holiday season is the time when everyone migrates back to the dating apps to find their special someone.
And joining us now to talk about this is Kristin Sokol. Thank you so much for being here again.
It's always such a good time.
Okay,
such a party.
It is. Digital body language.
Yes.
That's important. This is a topic of how to up our game.
So important. So when you're in person, we can see things about you, right? We see your posture. We see how you're put together. You don't have that advantage when you are getting to know somebody online. So your digital body language means, how long does it take you to respond? Is it way too long? Are you way too eager? That's your digital body language. Is your response this long in text, or is it 2 words? Because those things are your digital body language. You want to manage that. The other key piece is your photos, right? So we need to have an upper body shot, like a good head shot. We need a good full body shot. And for those, I like to use the portrait setting. I don't want you to use a filter because the cat's out of the bag. We know that you're distorting yourself and it looks like you have something to hide. But portrait setting gives you a nice soft softening effect without looking like you're trying to fake something. And then the other digital body language thing that you need is a group photo, right? Some kind of family or friend shot. But the trick here is that you have to look like you're the star of the photo. So you need to be the one leaning forward or smiling the brightest and the best so we can pick you out of a lineup.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is such a fun topic.
Yeah.
I'm not currently on the apps, but I've had plenty of experience.
Yes.
So let's talk about what we should be doing, because these are really fun. The photos that will attract the person we want to meet.
Yes.
You say show yourself with maybe your pickleball paddle, cycling, in your cosplay outfit.
Yes. Whoever you are, we want your profile photos, your package of photos to illustrate what your life looks like, right? And it doesn't matter what you do. We're not all Indiana Jones, right? We're not all at the top of mountains. And if that's not us, we don't need to pretend that we are. You can cook up a really dreamy photo of you sitting in the movie theater seat, right? Put on your lipstick and your mascara, and this is what you love. Do it. If you're a LARPer, if you're, into Renaissance festivals, show people that's who you are, right? If you're a pickleballer, I definitely need to see a super cute picture of you in your cutest outfit holding a pickleball paddle on the court.
And Kristin, you're talking about both men and women do this.
Yes.
Okay, what are some lame DBLs? Digital body language.
The lame DBL, digital body language, is like they send you a text and you're immediately there every time.
Okay.
Right? That makes you look like the friend that's standing too close, right? Or is too eager, is always trying to butt into conversations that you're not a part of, right? Or being too reclusive, right? That's you being a wallflower and people have to really pull it out of you, right? That's
under texting
lame.
or over texting. What about lame photos?
Yes. So if you're using too many filters, like we talked about before, if you have too many car selfies, or heaven forbid, please don't do this, bathroom mirror selfies.
Yeah, never.
We don't want to see your shower curtain, or heaven forbid, anything else in your bathroom.
I don't want to see your toilet. We can do better.
It's terrible digital body language.
I have to go back, though, to what you said about over texting or under texting.
Yeah.
So we have our good photos. Okay, we're all set up, and now we're starting to engage with somebody.
Right.
But I feel like and you can feel a little bit, even through social media, right? Every chemistry is different.
Yes.
So some people you might be a little more eager to go back and forth with. Some you might want to play the game a little. How do we know when to do what?
Well, I mean, it does take a good sense, like a good rhythm, but what you want to do is mirror back what they are giving you. So if it takes them 5 minutes to respond, you don't want to respond immediately. You want to just hold back. So we want to kind of mirror what we're doing, and we can slowly, if it's not what you want it to be, we can slowly mirror what we want them to do. And that's one way how we can tell if they are really interested and engaged in us, right? If they're willing to mirror back what we're doing for them.
And then how are we responding? Do you always end with a question, or how do you keep that conversation going?
Yeah, I like to package in a question, or, not always. Like if it's like question, sometimes people feel like they're being interrogated. So I like to reveal a little something about myself, like, oh, I'm just a pickleball fanatic. I don't know if you're playing or not, but I'm planning to go this Tuesday, right? And there's not really a question, but there's an inference that, oh, I would like you to respond and share your thoughts or your feelings on that.
Yeah, I like that. Just start simply. Okay, you have some books that you say are a must read.
Yes, this one, How Not to Die Alone, Logan Ury. She is the director of data and research at Hinge. So the girl knows what she's talking about. She's a colleague of mine. I've met with her. And this book is fantastic to give you. It's like the formula for how to kill it at dating apps. Yeah, for sure. This one, Flirt Fearlessly. You know, a lot of times we're not applying for the job that we want. There's somebody in our orbit that we like, but we're being professional because that's what we're used to being. We're not being flirty. This book, Flirt Fearlessly by Rachel D'Alto, is fantastic to help you kind of bridge that gap. Yeah, and this Marry Him, A Case for Settling for Mr. Good Enough, life-changing.
Oh, this was just a scratch of the surface.
That's intriguing.
Yes. For sure.
Where can we find you for more information, Kristin?
You can find me at my website, KristinSokol.com. I'm really excited. Starting in January, I'm going to be offering a really accessible, affordable group coaching that's going to be under $1,000. You know, anybody who feels like they want some of these tips is going to be able to make the progress that they want.
Focused on dating, finding your person.
On dating. Yep, that's it.
KristinSokol.com. Well, you have to come back and do some even deeper dives. I have 8,000 more questions for you.
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank you.